Now that you've received your survey results, you ask yourself, well, what do I do with all this information? Survey results are divided into two parts: description and prescription. In the description portion, we will tell you how the numbers have aligned with all the dimensions and point out where you should be ignoring the data because it's not a problem, or whether you should watch carefully what's going on in this particular area for the future. And finally, what's really serious. We point out all those three areas for you. The urgent part of this is to make sure that you're paying attention to the urgent areas that your respondents pointed out to you, which affects your image, especially the item called ethics and public trust. That seems to be the largest one. Next slide, please. In your survey report, we will describe the data analysis by categories. The first area is called data gathering information. And here is where we review with each client what surveys they commissioned, what groups they wanted to be analyzed, and the return rate of those people, and any sort of interesting facts or trends about data gathering. Often this is helpful to the client when they realize not everyone that they asked to join is interested, but some of the few that are quite extraordinary. We next point out, of the 31 items, which behavior or set of behaviors that the items describe is worth watching. Nothing should be done about them, but keep in mind that your survey is a snapshot in time. And of course, pictures can change over time like a family album. So items to watch are ones that may be transitioning into higher or lower numbers. And finally, we will identify, if there are any, urgent items that the council or the school board should really pay attention to because they're alarmingly low in their image projection. So these are the three categories that you'll see in our very comprehensive survey report. Next slide, please. So when your survey results are received, you want to make sure that the demographics and descriptions of your respondents is included. We don't want to inadvertently miss data that may have come in late or through another browser or some other electronic malady that affects the return rate. So that's the first thing you want to do. The second is to simply confer with your city council or your school board and those administrators the fact that these are plausible numbers. Do they make sense? Is there some sort of exaggeration, perhaps, either high or low? So you have a healthy skepticism about the numbers, but keep in mind, these are people that you selected, that you wanted an opinion from. And finally, you want to integrate whatever steps you're going to take to reduce those numbers that are unpopular or troublesome with whatever master plan you have or your existing strategic plan. We want to be sure that you're integrating with the city and the school board all that hard work you've done by making sure that your image doesn't hurt your overall planning and the progress of your city council and your school district. End of slides.